stock car racing is a win at Daytona. Dozens dream of victory here, but only one can claim the glory. Today, the ARCA Remax Series takes to these high banks at a place where drivers like Newman, Busch, and Petty have all tasted victory, while others like Kimmel, Gibson, Venturini are desperate to lay claim to their place as Daytona champion.
The 2005 NASCAR season was set to kick off on February 12, 2005 at Daytona with the Budweiser Shootout. But before NASCAR could get their season started, the ARCA season opener was set to get underway. ARCA always provides chaos at restrictor plate tracks, and nothing else was expected at the 2005 Advanced Discount Auto Parts 200. Restrictor plate specialist Bobby Gerhart sat on the pole and was definitely the one to watch, already winning 3 plate races including 2 season openers at Daytona in 1999 and 2001. 2004 champion Frank Kimmel was starting dead last and wouldn't have made the race on speed, but luckily had a champion's provisional. The drama started early when multiple cars came onto pit road before the green flag even dropped, including Walt Brennan, who struggled with mechanical problems all race. The first caution came out on lap 4 when Mark Gibson got loose off turn 4 and made contact with Robert Richardson Jr. The race restarted on lap 9, but we wouldn't have to wait long for the second yellow.
Finally, the wreck. Oh, look out!
Boy, that could have been bad.
Oh, man. That was the 88 car right smack in the middle of that whole mess.
Eddie Mercer from Pensacola, Florida, long-time short track racer, been around racing a long time in the Bobby John's Florida Shrimp car. Too bad for him.
On lap 13, Eddie Mercer, who was making his debut, was spun in turn 4 and hit by 62-year-old Benny Chastain. Both would be done for the day. After the restart, the drivers seemed to start to settle for the first time all day, stringing out to a lot of single-file racing. However, the caution would wave again in just 6 laps. Little did they know this would be the longest green flag run of the entire race.
Trouble. The 62 of Clair Zimmerman out of Denver, PA. Major problems for the Hunt-Tiller Corporation Pontiac.
Out of the tri-oval.
Wow.
He's okay.
Looks like we got a little air underneath that nose now. It won't work. Here's a replay here. Looks like, oh, wow.
Man.
Oh, boy, that was a lot more than we've seen. Big ride. Looks like he just got down on the apron, Kenny. Is that what it looked like to you?
Clair Zimmerman went on a ride through the tri-oval, and it was a scary scene. This, unfortunately, wasn't the most horrific part of the caution. You probably have seen the clip in a crash compilation of some sort, but attempting to make his pit stall, the number 94 of Blake Fees locked up and wiped out a crowd of photographers. Blake easily could have continued with minimal damage, but was understandably shaken and decided to park his car for the day. The bad news wouldn't end there. The race was red flagged for repairs to the catch fence, and officials were made aware that a woman was hit with debris in the stands. She was only minorly injured, declining assistance offered by the track staff. After the lengthy red flag, the race restarted on lap 35, but once again, this would not last long.
Charging through the tri-oval, sitting solidly in 4th place right now with a huge pack behind him. And we got trouble in 1 and 2. Cars flying everywhere as debris scattering across the racetrack.
Wow, tough break. Again, here at Daytona, we run tight. We all get together. Somebody gets a little loose. Everybody gets gathered.
I was just about ready to say it was such an awesome sight. We had 24 cars in the lead draft right there, and they were all doing an awesome job just coming up through there, making some laps, getting to the end.
Here we go down in the corner. Looks like the 08 got a little help from Ed Kennedy in a 00 car and turned it on from there. Guys have nowhere to go.
It's TJ Bell in that 08.
See Mark Gibson caught up in that, not where Mark wanted to go. Mark running for the championship. 67 car of Chad Blunt. Yep, Ed just gets back in the back of TJ Bell, and that's where it all started.
David Reagan had a hard hit.
He sure did. That was at 90. He took a vicious, almost head-on impact into the outer wall.
Certainly did.
A huge crash ended the days of 6 drivers, including David Reagan and Mark Gibson. Under this caution, the broadcast provided an update on the Blake Fees pit road incident from earlier, saying that 4 of the 5 injured had been treated in the infield care center and been released, with one of them being transported to the local hospital. Another caution came out from Mark Mitchell's car exploding, resulting in another lengthy caution. With almost 30 laps still to go, the decision was made to cut the race distance by 15 laps to only 65 due to the time constrictions to keep the Budweiser shootout on schedule. So the race restarted with 9 laps to go.
Got shuffled back. It looks like he's all the way back to 6th. So tough break for him getting shuffled back there. But that's what happens when you get Frank Kimmel.
Oh, Joey Miller slides. Joey Miller slides, and we heard smoke coming out of the 2-car of Gailey. So we're racing to the checkered flag. Oh, we got
Todd Cleaver on the road. Oh, we got cars everywhere. 20 cars.
Coming to the checkered flag yellow. Who's going to get here first? Oh, we've got Cleaver flipping down the back straightaway. He lands on all 4 wheels. More trouble on the back straightaway.
Oh, the 49 car, Dan Shaver, engulfed in flames.
Coming to the line. Gerhardt's going to get here first. Kimmel right behind him. Then it's Yaley and Garrity. That's the top 4. The officials in the flag stand telling them to slow down immediately because there is a major situation on the back straightaway.
Guys, we knew that was coming. It was 2 laps left. Oh, we see Todd Cleaver out of the race car walking away. He appears to be okay under his own power.
Todd Cleaver has crawled out of that wreck number 60.
This horrifying crash started in the mid-pack when the number 9 of Joey Miller was spun, but eventually collected 13 cars. Both Dan Shaver and Todd Cleaver got upside down. Cleaver was able to get out of the car almost instantly, when at first many feared he wouldn't be able to. The broadcast cut off rapidly after the checkered, before the winner Gerhardt could make it to victory lane, providing no update on the drivers. No replays were shown, allegedly because the TV direction thought that it had been a fatal wreck. Only 12 cars finished the race, 9 who were on the lead lap. Dan Shaver and Billy Venturini were taken to the hospital. Shaver was released at about 8:30 p.m., while Venturini remained hospitalized. The only update on Venturini was that he was conscious and alert. Luckily, Billy was not paralyzed, a big fear among doctors and people around the garage. This is considered one of the darkest days in ARCA since their last fatal incident, Eric Martin's 2002 crash at Charlotte. Not only was it a bad look because of how the drivers were put at risk and injured, but the fans were. 2 separate incidents injured non-competitors, Fees' pit road incident injuring 4 photographers, and Zimmerman's airborne crash, which had debris go into the stands. This is a line that cannot be crossed in motorsports, but was twice in this one race. Luckily, everyone was okay and the sport hasn't had a day this dark since.